Hey everyone. Well, it's that time of year again. We are the 2nd of October. We have honey to extract today. And we're actually going to have an extracting party today. Bringing a bunch of friends and that in to come and extract honey with us. The first time we've ever had an extracting party, I'm going to call it. The reason why I'm having an extracting party is because I've got 21 boxes full of honey. So it was a good year for the honey project. And we're going to have friends and just have a good time as we go through that. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of give you what's going to all be happening today with everyone. We're going to be going through the boxes here, and I'll kind of give you a shot here in a little bit of what we've got for a setup in here. So we're going to go through, we're going to pull frames from the boxes, and as you can see from this frame is almost over half capped. Generally when you get to the capping, the moisture of this honey is right about 17%. Can be a little higher, can be also a lot less. We will go through and we will test the honey to see what the moisture content is. But I'm just going to kind of take you through this first part of the extracting, and then throughout the video I'm going to be I'll be doing other videos throughout the day, videotaping people going through, because I'm also an educational person. I mentor people to come in and do the honey, do beekeeping, because we want to keep our bees as strong as we can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through, get you some experience with what we've got here, how this goes through. We are going to use my 2-frame hand crank for these 2 boxes of honey, because I keep my honey all separated from the rest so that I can actually label them or market them for the area that they come from, because people generally like to get honey from the area that they live in, just because it gives them local honey. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this frame, we're going to use an uncapping tool. This is very, like I said, so I'll kind of show you through this. I'll get you hopefully some close shots of how this works. Basically, you're going to take this, we're going to pull it across the frame, it uncaps it, and then we drop that into the bin. And I have, just in case I get some caps that are not uncapped, I can take these uncapping fork, I can scrape it across and open those cells up. Extracting can be very time consuming. If I were to do all this myself, it would probably take me a good day to 2 days doing this by myself, especially with 120 frames of honey. So let's get into it. So let me show you what is all involved in this. All right, so like I said, we got this frame is half capped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the uncapping tool. I am going to set it down and just pull right across the top of the frame. You also got to be very careful with this, because if it does slip, it will give you a nice sore. It will cut you open, just because those forks are very sharp and everything. So you're just lightly pulling across the top and uncapping that. I'm going to grab my uncapping tool just to kind of go over and also pull off some of the wax that has come on there. Now we'll do one side, and then we're going to go and do the other side. Flip this around so you can see what I'm doing here. Again, like I said, just set it down, no pushing it down, just lightly pull across. You can kind of see it just kind of cuts that top capping off. Like I said, there's some low spots. You may not be able to get it with the uncapping tool, but it should be able to go right through. And then we just take our uncapping tool and catch the rest of the cells that weren't able to be uncapped. Okay, I'll set that frame in there. All right, so let me just kind of show you what we've got going here. So you can see what's happening here is the honey is dripping down from the uncapping and that hanging across and everything. So what we can do here is now we're going to put in an extractor and we are going to spin that out. So it's a centrifugal force that we're going to use. So let's get over to the extractor and see how that's done. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take those frames that we just uncapped and we are going to set them directly into the tub. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to spin this around. Now, if you can look in the bottom of this, you can see that there is like little legs on the bottom. So when you put the frame in, you're going to put them in the opposite way. This helps to balance off the extractor. Okay, got them in slightly at an angle. Okay. All right. Now we're just going to put our cover on. Put some weight on it. All right. So I've gone through one box of frames. Drop those back into there, and I'll show you what over there. All right, you can kind of see what's all in there. You can see I'm all the way up to the spout now. So what we'll do is we will get it all set up and we'll start pouring that out. All right, so like I said, we're going to dump some of this honey out. We've got the gate here shut right now. What I have is a double sieve. It's actually fine, real fine on the bottom and somewhat coarse on the top. So that way we can get some of the wax off. I just simply put this on top of the pail, right underneath the spigot. And all we do is we open this up and let the honey pour out. You can see the honey is pretty light. And what we will do is we will dump that into the strainer. And you can see some of the chunks are coming out here on this. But then that will go into the second strainer. So the top will strain out the bigger chunks and then get into the finer stuff. So we're going to let that run and go from there.